What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support. And of course, we're going to get to it today. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all share today's show. Hit that like button and share today's show, family. Shout out to all the visionaries, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all share today's show. We gonna get right into it. So y'all hit that like button. Y'all share today's show. Share it on your community tab. Share it on your Discord servers, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you share content. Make sure you share this show because we going there today. We're going there today. And I also, before we get into today's show, as y'all can see, y'all don't see the Cash App going across the screen. If you would like to donate to today's show, just hit the super chat. I will be taking only super chat donations for now on because after yesterday's show, my Cash App was hacked. I don't know how, but it's just very ironic how I have bots on my channel that's, playing with my analytics and stuff. And then suddenly my Cash App is hacked. So if you would like to donate, just hit the super chat. If you're watching the playback, just leave a super thanks. Do not, I repeat, do not send any Cash App donations. My Cash App is hacked. It has been compromised. So do not hit the Cash App. Do not hit the Cash App. But shout out to y'all. Welcome back to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Of course, I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me get over here to the chat room and give some shout outs. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Just Ask Shaw. I appreciate you, love. Shout out to you. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to Just Ask Shaw. Hey, Vanessa Wells. What's going on? Shout out to Cyber Boo. Just Jay in the building. Much love to you. Shout out to Bronze Dip in the building. Shout out to Bronze Dip. Self University. Salute, my brother. Salute to Shango Zulu in the building. Charles Ramsey, salute. Hey, Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Angie. Shout out to you. Always coming through and holding down a Chizat. Larry Vaughn in the building. Peace, my brother. Good to see you. Shout out to Letitia in the building. Good to see you, sweetheart. As always. Nara, what's going on, Nara? She said, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. See who else up in here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got hacked, y'all. So do not send any Cash App donations. Do not send any Cash App donations. You would like to donate, just hit the super chat until we clear up this issue. But yeah, it happened right after yesterday's show, y'all. So if y'all haven't yesterday, make sure y'all check out yesterday's show. Make sure y'all check out yesterday's show. It was a heater. So shout out to y'all. I'm not gonna fret too much about it. When you have solid brothers around, they keep you on track. So shout out to my bros, man. Always shout out to my bros. But y'all see today's show. Y'all see today's show. If you don't understand why I'm doing today's show, you got to check out yesterday's show. Check out yesterday's show. Make sure you check out yesterday's show. If you don't know what we spoke about on yesterday's show, this is what we spoke about on yesterday's show. Black women being the casualties of the war that is waged on black men. Because, as we spoke on yesterday, whenever men or any nations go to war, women and children are always the casualties. So that even goes for the war that's waged on us, brothers. Our women and children are casualties. Do we have people who commit treason during war and go against their people? Of course. So do we have black women who decided purposely to go against black men? Yes, we do. And we have just not even just as much, but a whole lot more black men who are invested in us dying in this war. So today, we're going to continue to talk about this war. Y'all see today's show? The black gender war ensures white genetic survival. See, because as I spoke on yesterday's show, it seems like a lot of you guys forgot the war, the real war that's being fought. Y'all have allowed the media and social media, the likes of social media, the clout that you receive on social media to prop up and incentivize a black gender war. You see? And what a lot of black men don't understand, and we haven't understood for a long time, because of course, it seems like, as y'all can see, they flagging the stream already. They flagging the stream already. But as y'all can see, a lot of black men don't understand the purpose of a gender war. What was the whole purpose of the gender war? Why do we now see the gender war constantly being played out over and over and over and over and over? Why? It's because one of the pillars of white supremacy, one of the areas of activity is sex. If you read the ISIS papers, if you know anything about how white supremacy is set up, you know that one of those pillars, one of those areas of activity that Neely Fuller created, a black man who spoke about this, because this is who Dr. Frances Cress Welsing studied. She studied Dr. Neely Fuller. Right? And one of those, he said that white supremacy is broken into 9 areas of activity. One of these areas is sex. Something that everyone likes to have. But even more importantly, poor people like to have sex the most. Hey, Tanisha. We're gonna get into the thumbnail in a minute. Khalif, what's good? One of those areas of activity is sex. This black gender war that's been going on for years on the internet, because that's where it's being promoted. It's being promoted on the internet. What is the basis of the conversation of the gender war? The gender war is simply based in sexual what? Access. The men who have a problem or claim they have a problem with black women, it is strictly due to their lack of sexual access. You see? I think a lot of you guys don't understand this, but it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. See, because we have lost sight of what we're actually and who we are actually fighting against. We've lost that. We've lost sight of our opposition, black man. And what is a tactic in war? If you psychologically defeat your opponent, that's a war you don't even have to fight because they'll destroy themselves. This is what has been happening with this gender war shit. With every conversation going back to what a man does with his penis and what women are doing with their vaginas. It all goes back to sexual access. Who fucking who and why they fucking. Y'all don't even understand that y'all are falling into the trap. This is one of the 9 areas of activity that white supremacy rules. You see? We forgot about this, though. We forgot about this, didn't we? While we sitting around arguing on fake butts and weaves and all of this bullshit, this is all, we're all falling right into the plan that was set up for us. And see, as men, we're supposed to be leading our people away from this type of shit. Let me put the tip in. What's good, homie? We need to be moving away from these types of conversations. Because guess what it does? Guess what the gender war does? It ensures white supremacy. It ensures white genetic survival. That's what it does. That's exactly what it is, Khalif. It's a booby trap that black men and black women have fell into. There's too many black men invested in talking about what black women need to be doing sexually instead of focus on your opposition. Because see, guess what? While you sitting there talking about what she doing with her vagina, that's what your opposition wants you to worry about. They want you to keep talking about what she ain't doing with her vagina so you don't procreate. Silly. They want you to SYSBM and move away from black women so you don't procreate with black women. Dummy. Because what is the purpose of white supremacy? White genetic survival. So if we convince black men that black women ain't shit. They ain't even worth having kids with no more. They just worth pumping and dumping. Then guess what that equals? White genetic survival. Because where are these black men going to go and have kids by? They're going to go to the Asian woman. They're going to go to the white woman. They're going to get their numbers up. Why? Because their numbers need to be up. Because all of their numbers are low. Why? Because they're not black women. Black women don't have a problem having babies. Black men don't have a problem with busting nuts and getting women pregnant. Why do you think they promote SYSBM? This is all part of the gender war. To move black men away from black women so they don't procreate. To move black women away from black men so they can give birth to what? Not a black baby. See? See, because if you have black, you ain't black. Either you're black or you're not. See that? This is a war, black man. Understand that. We all grew up hearing the talking point, same shit, different toilet. It's the same shit, different toilet. Hey, M. Mills. L'Oreal Drayton, what's going on? Same shit, different toilet. It's the same agenda. The agenda didn't change. The toilet seat changed. The toilet didn't change. It's the same goddamn toilet you've been sitting on for the past 20 years. But don't you change the toilet seat at some point? Don't you got to change the toilet seat? Toilet still flush the same goddamn way. White supremacy didn't change, niggas. It didn't change. Okay? They just present it to you a little different. You know, like a toilet seat. Sometimes you get a plastic toilet seat. Sometimes you get a ceramic toilet seat. Whatever toilet seat you want. Sometimes you get a bedazzled toilet seat. Whatever. But you're still sitting on a toilet. It's the same toilet. Different toilet seat. It seems like you guys forgot this. You forgot the purpose of the gender war. It's not for black men and black women to come back to the table and to talk to each other. No. Like the brother Charles Ramsey said, it's for separation. And if we separate them, then guess what? We can do what we want. If we can convince them that they shouldn't build families with each other, the gender war ain't over, bro. How's the gender war over when you still got black men sitting up here every day talking about what women doing with their pussy? The gender war is never over until we stop hearing black men complain about who black women are fucking. Until we stop hearing black women complaining about who black men are fucking. The gender war never be over until we stop hearing that. Gender war ain't over. Cynthia G talking about aborting black boys. How's the gender war over? How? You got niggas out here still on their strag runs, still talking about hyenas. The gender war not over because the rhetoric is still here. The rhetoric is still here. The content is still being produced. Dudes are still making money and feeding and paying their fucking bills off of it. The gender war is not over until niggas start talking about the real war, which is the war against white supremacy. And the gender war ensures white genetic survival. You see, the more we keep getting up here, going at black women, talking about what black women ain't doing right, black women talking about what we doing ain't right, you know what that's doing? That's telling black men don't fuck with black women. So if we not procreating with black women and black women don't want to have no kids by us because they don't feel protected, they don't feel wanted, right? Guess who wins? Guess who wins? Margaret Sanger. You see, we didn't create the gender war. We're just participants. We didn't create the gender war. We're just participants of it. You see, the gender war was intended for black men and black women to go at each other. That was the purpose of it. Because we need their numbers down. This is a war. And what is the war about? Survival. What type of survival? Biological survival. Who can biologically wipe these people off the earth? The black man. I think we forgot that, though. I think we forgot that. This is why they promote SYSBM. Go fuck with the white woman. Go get her numbers up. Go get her pregnant. Because her man ain't getting her pregnant. Black women, you're tired of struggle, love? Go get you a white man. Go let that white man put a baby in you. That's white genetic survival. Let's do anything because our gene has to survive. This is not about money. It's not about none of that other shit. It's about biological survival. This is what Dr. Neely Fuller and Francis Cress Welsing taught us. This is the reason for all the shit that they put up against black men. Because they want to make sure these niggas are not replicated. This is why they need to make the black man look like a piece of shit so no women don't want to have kids by him. Because we can wipe them off the earth. Fuck a financial plan. Fuck all of that. That doesn't mean nothing. Biologically, they are falling. This is why they promote the gender war. This is why. We need their numbers down. We need to want them to stop having families and kids together. Like the shit niggas get up here and say. Don't build no families with black women. Don't have no kids with black women. How is the gender war over, dog? The gender war ain't over. No, it ain't. Not when niggas up here still saying that dumb shit. Not with black women up here still saying that dumb shit. The dumb divestment crew. And all them divestors is getting killed too. You want to run to the white boy and give your pussy to the white boy? He killing you. How many stories are coming up about that? This is a war. And black people, we need to understand this. It's a war. It's a war. And the plan is to get you up out of here. You think you're going to go run to the white boy and be happily ever after? And you're going to end up on somebody's lawn in a goddamn garbage bag. Because that's what they've been doing to y'all. That's what they've been doing. You want to be a little escort and sell your little hot ass to a little white boy because you think it's easier, because you think they tip better, because you think they not vulgar and nasty. So you go lay it with the white boy and you end up on Highway 35 somewhere in a fucking bag. See how this works? See how this works? What about all the black football players who came out and admitted how they white wives abused them and call them all types of niggas and shit? What about that? Oh, it's not a gender war? It has to be one. It's always been one. We're dealing with a warlike people. You see? That's all they know is war. GQ, what's good? What's up, Island girl? See, we can't forget it. We can't forget about it. Seems like we forget about this type of stuff. We can't forget about this. This is always on the docket. This is always on the menu. Always. It never stops. It never stops because it's slowed down in your head. Because it's not a reality to you probably, but this is what's going on in the world. This is reality. This is what's going on right now. They got plenty of stories out right now with all these little young chicks who want to be escorts and think it's better to go lay up with the foreign guy. They're getting killed. They're getting killed. The ones who think it's better to divest, get away from these niggas, these broke dusties, and then you end up in the garbage can. Playing with Jake. Playing with little Jacob. You end up in a coffin. Playing with little Eduardo. Thinking because he Mexican, he gonna tip you better. He only gonna last 10 minutes, right? And then you end up dead. This is a war. It's a war. This is a war. We run around here thinking it's better for us to be against each other. Yeah, that's what they want. Because that's how you get picked off. This is why you don't hear them stories. It come out years later. About the black football players who get abused by their white wives. These big 6'8", 340-pound linemen getting beat up by their little old white girls. She jumping all in his face, scratching his face up, calling them all types of big stupid niggas. It already came out. These are facts. These are facts. The same shit y'all say, y'all run away from black women. Y'all run away from problems. Y'all run away from domestic violence. Oh, it go on with them white girls too. And them Spanish girls. And the Spanish ones. Yeah. Anything to ensure white genetic survival, right? Anything to move you away from your people. Y'all don't see that? Y'all don't see the play yet? It's not that clear to you yet? It's not that clear yet? Is it still a little cloudy? Right, that doesn't sound submissive. That doesn't sound cooperative. I think we're lost, brothers. Yes, Asian women too do it too. They're highly violent. Very. An Asian woman will put her hands on you before a white girl. They're very violent. When they don't get their way, they will beat the hell out of you. Because they beat the hell out of each other. I've saw plenty videos in them Chinese, in them Asian stores, and them fruit stands, they're in there scrapping with each other. Brother and sister. Karate kicking the shit out of each other. That's facts. Facts, Shango Zulu. And Mill says YouTube narratives is only to ridicule a black woman if she dates out. And black men are ridiculed too. Just go over there to the divestment community. They're over there talking shit about black men who date out too. That's my whole point. The gender war ensures white genetic survival. It's wrong on both sides. And they want this to continue to go on. They want it to continue to go on. Asian women will chop that peen off. What? Sure would. And tell you it's beef fried rice. And tell you it's beef fried rice. That's a fact. BK Born Shahi said the gender war is a proxy war. Facts. Global white hegemony is mostly waged by proxy. Just look at Ukraine right now. It is a proxy war. Exactly. Exactly. That's why today's show is the black gender war ensures white genetic survival. Facts. King Ra says, look what happened to the Nigerian brother about 5 months ago. He ended up getting killed by his snow bunny. Facts. Facts. Oh, this been coming up. This has been, man, listen. They still get with black men and black women and are still racist. Of course. Of course, because they're getting with, I'm not going to say all of them, but the majority of them are getting with us for sexual purposes only. For sexual purposes only. Sex is used as a weapon. And sex is also weaponized. That's what they've done to black people. They've weaponized sex against us and made us use sex as a weapon against each other. What up, Torian? Torian says, did you hear the story of Everett Jackson? Nope. You know you the story man, Torian. D-Rail said, tell him, King, I know these dudes never had enough women. Never had enough women. All them females do the same thing, bro. I left all of them alone. These dudes, women always women ran the world. BK Born Shahi said, that's my contribution. I'm not even going to engage the equally wrong mutual argument. No doubt. No doubt. Appreciate you. Oh, now that little 150, that little 115 pounds. Miss Brooklyn says the gender war between black men and black women started in slavery. Thank you. Hell, it probably even started way before that. Black like it's a Revolutionary Act book by Umoja explained the gender war. Really? Define proxy for me in this context. BK Born Shahi said black men are the race though, so we literally perpetuate the race via any womb. It's best to stay single, black men, and just pump and dump any woman. Your dreams and visions are more important than a wife and children. Hey, that's your opinion. Respect your opinion, bro. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But don't be one of those dudes that'll make that statement and then be so quick to judge women who want to run around and fuck and don't want to be held down. See, don't be one of those guys. Don't be one of those guys that want to preach this sexual freedom shit for men, but women's supposed to be sexually locked down. Come on, man. That's weak shit. because you're gonna be fucking women, right? So obviously those women that you running around freely fucking is freely fucking too. So come on. don't be telling the secret that they all lick. That's the truth though. Chaw, you know I gotta tell him that. Of course we don't support pump and dump over here. Of course not. Of course not. And a lot of these guys don't either. They just talk that shit. Torian says, long story short, he was a 21-year-old black man from Louisiana who went to Idaho with his 20-year-old PC girlfriend. Went tubing and never came back up. Her family are Mormons. Oh, know what happened? Oh, you know what happened? You know what happened? Know what happened to him? Island Girl says Water Sniper's channel featured in interracial relationships gone wrong. No doubt. No doubt. I know who Water Sniper is. Water Sniper know me too. Nera says, but it's only on these YouTubers, the black men in my community don't act like this. Hey. I could care less what they do. No doubt. Astral Atmosphere was good, man. They could do as they like. Okay. No doubt. No doubt, bro. Travis Rogers said, this is a darn shame. Salute, fam. Salute. What up, Bucket? What's going on? Shout out to everybody in the building. Now she needs to come up. Hey, come on now. This is, but these things that are happening to these black men, right? It's nothing new. This has always happened. When you want to play around. This is nothing new. But you got people thinking that, oh, man, it's a new time. It's a new day. It's a new day. Just like when these black women get out of line with some of these white men, they end up missing. They end up missing. This is nothing new. People think shit has changed. How? How? Every time you want to sneak off, this is what happens. They're going to remind you. You're going to always hear these stories. Why? Because these people know that this is a war that we're in. And these people are our opposition. And if we catch you, you're going to die. Simple. That's how they feel. That's how they move. That's how they live. Fuck what you think and how you feel things are supposed to be. That's not how it works. That's not what goes on in reality. And all of this back and forth between black men shit only is going to continue to get us killed, sent to jail, stay broke, stay poor, stay disenfranchised. Because we're being attacked biologically. This is a biological attack. The gender war. How do you think they make the effeminate black man? By getting the black man and the black woman to separate by any means necessary. If we got to throw him in jail, if we got to kill him, if we got to convince her that she'll do better without this nigga. And then guess what we can do? We can have him sit in front of the TV all day and we can effeminize him. And then we can make sure that he could grow up one day and want to have sex with men and he don't want to have kids. And if we can raise a whole generation of these people, maybe we can work on our birth rates. Because we need to stop black women from having kids. That's what we need to do. We need to stop them from having kids by black men. We have to make these black men think that it's not even worth having a kid. That's called biological warfare. That's what that's called. You see? And we know who specialize in things like that. Biological warfare. Where you think the contraceptives, abortion come from? That's biological warfare. Abortion, contraceptives, birth control pills that we know has never been good for black women. It's biological warfare. You see, this is a war. This is a war. Now let's get into Margaret Sanger. Because now we're talking about warfare. Let's get into a little bit about Margaret Sanger. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button, share today's show. Hit the like button and share today's show. Margaret Sanger was an American birth control activist. Listen to that. She's a birth control activist. A birth control activist. A sex educator. Didn't I tell y'all what this gender war is about? Sex, which is one of the 9 areas of activity of white supremacy. What is part of sex? Gender. Gender is a part of sex. Am I correct? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Because sometimes, I think I be bugging out sometimes. Maybe I just be off. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all let me know. Isn't gender part of sex? Or is it just me? And isn't sex one a part of the 9 areas of activity of white supremacy? Stated by Dr. Neely Fuller. So, if Margaret Sanger, who was a birth control activist before she was a sex educator, wouldn't that make sense? Huh? You see how they play? You see how they conduct war? We think a gender war is black men and black women talking on YouTube, arguing some shit we looked up on a computer. We think that's the gender war. Telling black women, I told you so. I told you. Black women, shut up, nigga, you dusty, you broke. That's the gender war? No, it's not. No, it's not. The gender war is convincing black women to go and get abortions. That's the gender war. Effeminizing black men. That's the gender war. Shout out to Kwafi Nino in the building. Only the Ghost. Salute, fam. Shout out to the Villains Fit. She's a sex educator. Did y'all know that? She was a sex educator. She was a writer and a nurse. So she was perfect to promote birth control. This is warfare. Y'all don't see her credentials? She was perfect to promote birth control. You see? You see? She was a nurse. She was a writer. She was a sex educator and an American birth control activist. That's who Margaret Sanger was. Sanger popularized the term birth control. But you telling, but now you got black men, protect your seed. Protect your seed from black women. That's what you niggas are saying. Like Margaret Sanger wanted you to do. See, oh, y'all didn't get that. Y'all didn't catch that part, did y'all? Y'all didn't get that part. Protect your seed from the black woman. Not protect your seed, period, by using the four T's, by using a vetting process, by wearing condoms. See, you niggas ain't saying that. Y'all saying protect y'all seed by not fucking with black women. Dumbass. That's what Margaret Sanger wants you to do. See, they ain't never tell black men to stop fucking. See, birth control don't mean stop fucking. That means stop a baby. That's what that means. So protect your seed mean don't fuck black women. Don't procreate with black women. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you agree with Margaret Sanger. You didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that, right? That's what the gender war does. The gender war ensures, the black gender war ensures white genetic survival. Let's get these niggas fighting so much and hate themselves so much, they don't even want to have kids no more. They don't want to be around each other, nothing. And do you know what them people say? We did it! Great! We've convinced them. Great job, guys! Great job! We can live another 50 years. We can live another 100 years. We can live another 200 years. Because these niggas are lost. These niggas are lost. See? This is war. Do you really understand warfare? Do you really understand warfare? Do you? Do you? Because this is the real war. You know, the biological war that's placed on us. Get them to hate each other. See? Get them to hate each other. Teach them how to reproduce the hatred. Because eventually they'll stop wanting to have kids with each other. Eventually, black men will stop wanting to protect black women. You see? This is the type of shit Margaret and them used to talk about. You see? And she sat down with white men, not women, white men. And they told her that this will work over time. Over time. Over time, we'll get them to stop having children with each other. You see? You see? But niggas still up here promoting a gender war. Kwafi says half of these black men who are on here whining do not like black women anyway. They think they're winners, but their wealth is taken. Exactly. And their legacy is taken also. And your blood has been tainted. This is war. See, I think y'all need to go back and study the history of this white boy. Go and study the Vikings. Go and watch how they go to war. Go and watch how they go to war. They will kill your wife. They will kill your kids. Go and watch. Because y'all think it's not that serious. Y'all think it's something new. Y'all think it's changed. Go watch them people. Go watch them barbarians. Go watch them. Go watch them. Go watch it. Go watch them. Island Girl says, I believe they overturned Roe versus Wade so white women can't get their abortions legally anymore, though they will find a way. Exactly. Exactly, Island Girl. It is because their numbers are too low. Because this whole abortion thing backfired. Why you think they use the black church to help promote abortions? And then it backfired. Because black women are still having more kids than any other women. You see? Black people are not endangered. You see? So that's exactly what that was about. Which is why I don't understand why we got black men on here talking about Roe versus Wade and talking about black women. You sound like a goddamn fool. You're misinformed. You're misinformed. Okay? Kwafi says, the crazy part about this Roe versus Wade has given a lot of these whining ass dudes a reason to rant, not understanding, one, this bill wasn't for black women. Two, it's a white male issue. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. How Obsidian said, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But these dudes are getting up here just this is what they doing. And you know what the eugenicists are saying? We got them where we want them. We got them where we want them. Sanger popularized the term birth control, opened the first birth control clinic in the United States, and established organizations that evolved into Planned Parenthood. Okay? Sanger used her writings, it goes to warfare now, propaganda. Remember, she was also a writer. Sanger used her writings, propaganda, and speeches, propaganda, primarily to promote her way of thinking. Propaganda. See? See? Media. She was painting a picture about abortion and how it would actually be beneficial. You see? Y'all see now? So by us, black men, promoting the gender war here online, isn't that poor media portrayal of black men? Wouldn't that be considered poor media portrayal? Exactly. Propaganda is part of warfare. The propaganda comes before the war, during the war, and after the war. Because propaganda is a warfare tool. It's part of the weaponry. It's psychological warfare. Propaganda is psychological warfare. What the fuck do y'all think the promotion of the gender war on YouTube is? It's to psych niggas out. This is why you have an influx of black incels. Because they've been duped. They've been manipulated. They've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, and led astray into thinking that they're fighting for something that's good when they're fighting against themselves. You see? Sanger used her writings and speeches primarily to promote her way of thinking. She was persecuted for her book, Family Limitations, under the Comstock Act in 1914. She feared the consequences of her writings, so she fled to Britain until public opinion had quieted. Now, why was she afraid of her consequences? Because she was afraid of her man. Because the level of persecution that white women were under at that time had nothing to do with black people. Had nothing to do with how black people felt about what the hell she wrote. She wrote a book called Family Limitations. What you mean you want to limit my family? She was scared of her. She was scared of those white men. Like Kwame, would you say? Like Kwame Ture said, media sensualism. Exactly. Island Girl says redirecting's channel had a video. I don't know who you're talking about, Island Girl. I don't know who redirecting is. Y'all come in here, y'all be putting people channels in here about what they be talking about. I don't know who they are. Mr. E, salute. He said she was mad. She had a rock. She looked like she did too, right? Sanger's efforts contributed to several judicial cases that helped legalize contraception in the United States. Biological warfare. Biological warfare. Contraceptions. Let's scroll down a little bit. I'm going to read a little more. Shout out to everybody in the building. If y'all enjoying the show, donate to the show, man. Donate to the show. Like I said, do not hit the Cash App. Do not hit the Cash App. My Cash App is compromised. They hacked my Cash App after yesterday's stream. So if you're enjoying the show, just hit the super chat, y'all. So let's get into her where is it at that I wanted to read in particular? Here we go. Sexuality. Kwafi says, you are so right, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Even the manipulation by freedom of speech, even in the black YouTube spaces, has allowed super racists to come in and derail their own progress with dysfunction. Exactly. So we are seeing this even more. I am speaking about this in the Pookies and Ray Rays. Is there a place for us documentary this week? No doubt. No doubt, bro. No doubt. I'll be checking that out, man. I'll be checking that out. Shout out to Kwafi Nino, man. Salute. Salute, salute. Actually, Kwafi, hit me up on Instagram, man, so we could chop it up. My Instagram is in the description box. Hit me up on Instagram. Sexuality. While researching information on contraception, Sanger read treatises on sexually including the psychology of sex by English psychologists. Look at what this woman is reading. The psychology of sex. This is warfare. This is warfare. By the English psychologist Havelock Ellis. Havelock Ellis was an English physician, a eugenicist, a writer, a progressive intellectual, and a social reformer who studied human sexuality. This is where this woman gets this from this demon, Havelock Ellis, this devil. Was heavily influenced by it. This is her influence. Havelock Ellis. While traveling in Europe in 1914, Sanger met Ellis. Influenced by Ellis, Sanger adopted his view. So this whole concept that this is about women's choice and da 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 da. No, she got this from a man. Newsflash, black women. Havelock Ellis. She was influenced by a man to do this, not by women. This wasn't to help women. Okay? All right? This wasn't to help women. It wasn't. Sorry. It was not influenced by women. It was influenced by a man who was a eugenicist. Okay? So I need y'all to correct yourselves now. Stop saying, well, if it wasn't for birth control. Yeah. The one for birth control that y'all been taking since y'all was young. Maybe a lot of these kids who are born don't come out with birth defects because of your contraception taking ass. How about that? And how about the whole purpose of it had nothing to do with women and women's empowerment and women knowing their bodies and all of that dumb shit? It was influenced by a white devil. It was influenced by a white devil by the name of Havelock Ellis. Let's read it again. Sanger read treatises on sexuality, including the psychology of sex by the English psychologist Havelock Ellis. Havelock Ellis was an English physician, pay attention. See how they are obsessed with the black human body? You see that? This is biological warfare. He was an English physician. He was a eugenicist, a writer, a progressive intellectual, and social reformer. So they look at abortion and all this shit as part of social reform. Black woman. And was heavily influenced by it. She was heavily influenced by this devil. While traveling in Europe in 1914, Sanger met Ellis. Influenced by Ellis, Sanger adopted, adopted his view on sexuality as a powerful liberating force. I'm liberated. I'm free. I do what I want. It's my body. You got that from a white man. Did you know that? Did you know that? You know that? The View provided another argument in favor of birth control. I could do what I want. It's my pussy. You sure can. You sure can. It's yours. You're absolutely right. Because it will enable women to fully enjoy sexual relations without the fear of unwanted pregnancy. You see how you was bamboozled, black women? You see how you was bamboozled? You see? They want you to feel sexually liberated and free so you don't have kids. So you don't have kids. Fuck nigga free. I'm fuck nigga free. I'm fuck nigga free. I'm fuck nigga free. Right? They got you. They got you. Bet you didn't know that. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share today's show. I'm fuck nigga free. I'm fuck nigga free. You think you free. You running in circles, chasing your own ass. This is a war. See, y'all want to win an argument when this is a war. Y'all want to win an argument when this is a war. Y'all want to win a debate when this is a war. Y'all want to have the best talking points when this is a war. Nera says, I see a commercial for a man birth control that they can rub on their arm, and they had a black man demonstrating for his birth control cream. And I put my head in my hands and said, oh my God. Oh yeah, oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And you know why this is happening? Sexual liberation. It says it right here. Let me read it again. Let's read it again. While researching information on contraception, Sanger read treatises on sexuality, including The Psychology of Sex by the English psychologist Havelock Ellis, and was heavily influenced by it. While traveling in Europe in 1914, Sanger met Ellis. Influenced by Ellis, Sanger adopted his view. So this didn't come from her. It didn't come from a woman. Didn't come from a woman. Didn't come from a woman. Can y'all hear me? Put a number 1 in the chat if y'all can still hear me. So I just got a phone call. Can y'all still hear me? I need to know if y'all can still hear me. Put a number 1 in the chat. Y'all can still hear me. Put a number 1 in the chat. I just got a phone call. I need to know if y'all can still hear me. Okay, cool. So if y'all can still hear me, y'all give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. So let's get back to it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get back to it. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. When I saw that, it broke my heart. Listen, the purpose of today's show, just like the purpose of any show, it is to wake our people up, man. And it's not to wake us up for us to say we woke, but it's to wake us up for us to start getting to work, man. And believe it or not, the work starts at home. Because if we really understood what white supremacy is about, we would know that we first got to clean up the house. And what's going on in the house. And a lot of times the house is predicated on the relationship between the man and the woman. This is how they know, or they already understood how to break up a household. Why not create turmoil between men and women? To ensure that our gene survives, we have to convince them to let their gene die or to compromise their genes. That is the purpose of the gender war. You see? So I'm going to read a little bit more, and then we're going to wrap this show up. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to y'all. While traveling in Europe in 1914, Sanger met Ellis. Influenced by Ellis, Sanger adopted his view of sexuality as a powerful liberating force. This view provided another argument in favor of birth control because it would enable women to fully enjoy sexual relations without fear of unwanted pregnancy. Didn't Amber Rose just do a new thought song promoting sexual liberation? When sexual liberation contributes to your biological extinction. Cartel, what's good, Cartel? Sanger also believed that sexuality, along with birth control, should be discussed with more candor, and praised Ellis for his efforts in this direction. I said this before I even started the show. I said this before I even started the show. Sanger also believed that sexuality, along with birth control, should be discussed with more candor, and praised Ellis for his efforts in this direction. She also blamed Christianity for the suppression of such discussions. See, because Christianity, the Bible tells you to be fruitful and multiply, tell you to have children. Now you see why a lot of these people hate Christianity. They hate the Bible. I can't even say Christianity. They hate the Bible. Now you see why they hate the Bible? Now you see why? Now you see why you got all these different people telling you to move away from the Bible. Oh, the Bible is fake. Oh, don't listen to the Bible. Oh, don't watch the Bible. Oh, that's lies. Oh, they're lying. Where they get that from? Where they get from that the Bible is fake? The Bible's not real. Where they get that from? Huh? Where you get that from? Who else believes the Bible is something's wrong with the Bible? Who always had a problem with the Bible? You see? You see? Heels in, salute family. I appreciate you. He said hit the like button, share, and thumbs up today's episode. Facts. Appreciate you, family. The passage says African American black women. No. No. We just read who had a problem with the Bible. Margaret Sanger. You little trolley. Margaret Sanger, that white woman. The white woman. You know, the white woman who y'all think gonna come and rescue black men and help black men become the best versions of themselves. Yeah. They have a problem with that Bible. Y'all dudes are crazy, man. Right, Jewish people had a problem. Right, them Jewish motherfuckers. Exactly, L'Oreal. Mr. E said, and this nigga saying that shit now. Of course, because they lost in the sauce. So black women really belong to black men. Of course. They've convinced us through negative media portrayal, right? Through propaganda. They've convinced us that it was the other way. Cartel? Come on, man. Black women don't realize black women don't want black men. They want their white zaddies. That's what you think? That's what you think? Even the Most High is against his people, so-called black men and black women getting with other nations of people. Deuteronomy 7:3, Tobit 4:12, and other precepts. Facts. Of course. Sanger opposed excessive sexual indulgence. She wrote that every normal man and woman has the power to control and direct his sexual impulse. Men and women who have it in control and constantly use their brain cells thinking deeply are never sensual. Sanger said that birth control would elevate women away from the position of being objects of lust and elevate sex away from an activity that was purely being engaged in for the purpose of satisfying lust, saying that birth control denies that sex should be reduced to the position of sensual lust. or that women would permit herself to be the instrument of its satisfaction. So basically, let me break that down to y'all if y'all don't understand. Basically, what she's doing is she's trying to help white women because white men objectified their women and looked at their women as being sexual objects. Their men only looked at them in a lustful way. This is why this shit was created. And then they made black women believe that all men were the same. And that it's not just the white man, it's all men. You see? See, you know she was talking about white men back then because remember I just read that she ran to Europe afraid of being killed by the shit she was writing. Because she knew she was speaking up against what? The patriarchy. And the patriarchy was what? White men. You see? This had nothing to do with us. But if we can use them to fulfill our agenda, why not? Why not? Why not? You see? Sanger wrote that masturbation was dangerous. How was this for black women? How was any of this shit for black women? Listen, black women love to play with themselves. And I'm not being nasty. I'm being honest. Black women love to play with themselves. So you know this was not directed to no black women. Black women gonna touch that thing. They gonna feel that thing. They gonna see what's going on down there. They wanna make sure that thing's still working. They wanna make sure that thing's still talking and everything. This woman said masturbation was dangerous. But now we got black women following this woman in her practices. She stated, in my personal experience as a trained nurse, while attending persons afflicted with various and often revolting diseases, no matter what their ailments, I never found anyone so repulsive as the chronic masturbator. Yes, she ran for her life, JoJo. It would not be difficult to fill page upon page after heart-rending confessions by young girls whose lives were blighted by their pernicious habit, always begun so innocently. She believed that women had the ability to control their sexual impulses and should utilize that control to avoid sex outside of relationships marked by confidence and respect. She believed that exercising such control will lead to the strongest and most sacred passion. Just say you a dyke, okay? Stop with all this word salad. Just say you a dyke, okay, Margaret? You're a dyke. Sanger maintained links with affiliates of the British Society for the Study of Sex Psychology, which contained a number of high-profile. Let me slow down, because I need y'all to hear this. Sanger maintained links with affiliates of the British Society for the Study of Sex Psychology, which contained a number of high-profile gay men. I thought you had a problem with gay men, black women. You ain't got a problem with Planned Parenthood. Margaret Sanger sat around and learned this type of shit from gay men. These were high-profile gay men who were part of the British Society for the Study of Sex Psychology. But you got a problem with the DL black man. You got a problem with the gay black man. No, you don't. No, you don't, because you believe in abortion. You ain't got a problem with abortion. You ain't got a problem with Margaret Sanger, who got all the information from a bunch of fucking weirdos and gay men. It's right here. It says it. The British Society for the Study of Sex Psychology, which contained a number of high-profile gay men and sexual reformers as members. Should I keep going? See how you was hoodwinked now? You see why the gender war now ensures white genetic survival? Black man and black woman? You ready to stop playing the blame game now and put the blame where the fuck it's supposed to be? Huh? Oh, okay. The Brother Love Show. Salute. Nera says, I learned a long time ago that the Bible is a detriment to our people. That Bible don't reflect us. Yeah, I know. The longer you'll live, the longer you keep living, you'll know that that's false. Shout out to my man Bob. He said, she got her info from the poop stabbers. Exactly. But black women claim they got a problem with gay men. Really? Really? These gay men told you to put contraceptives up in your box. These gay men told you, you don't need to have kids. You don't have to have kids. This was influenced by gay men. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that, right? Well, I just read it. I just read it. All you got to do is go and look up Margaret Sanger. That's all you got to do. It's simple. It's easy. Cartel says, I agree with you, DS1, but I'm not really scared. I'm not really scared what the hell these white people are doing. This has nothing to do with fear. It has to what the hell these white people doing, because God has the final this has nothing to do with fear, Cartel. This has nothing to do with fear. Nothing to do with fear. Religious people live under the law, but I live by the Spirit. Whoever lives by the Spirit, there is no law. No doubt. No doubt. You under a different law. I get it. This ain't about fear. It's about information. And about our people understanding that they've been led astray with continuing to promote and to participate in the gender war. Because this gender war is here to biologically wipe us out. So, brothers, shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the ladies in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. If y'all would like to donate to the show, hit the super chat. If you're watching the playback, you would like to donate to the show, hit the super thanks button. Currently, my Cash App has been hacked, so I'm not taking no Cash App donations. When I come back with a Cash App, it'll probably be a whole new Cash App. But for now, we'll just be taking super chat donations. So I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's show. King Ross says, yo, brothers, I want to give out another book recommendation. Homosexuality and the Effeminization of African Males by Bomani Baruti. That's the one. Yeah, that's the same author. Okay. What up, Sugar Bump? What's going on? I appreciate y'all for tuning in to today's show. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and if you haven't yet, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all you visionaries, man. I appreciate all the love and the support. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all being here. If y'all would like to contact me, just hit me up on IG. My IG is in the description box. Also, if you haven't yet, drop down in the description box also and join the podcast channel. Me and my brother, the Book of Ronan, we got a podcast coming real soon. Y'all get over there, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and y'all stay tuned, man. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Much love to everybody. No doubt, Miss Angie, much love to you. I appreciate all y'all for always coming through and supporting your brother. I appreciate the ladies for coming through and holding down the Chizat as well. Shout out to all my bros in the building. Shout out, man. Much love to y'all. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And of course, y'all can catch me back here, same time, same channel, 2:45 Eastern Standard Time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Y'all catch me tomorrow. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, y'all, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.